Good evening, everyone. Today we are discussing about OSI layers. So coming to the topic, the OSI reference models. The OSI reference models was implemented by the ISO International Standards Organizations. The OSI means Open System Interconnections. Deals with one system is connected to the another system. It is called as how to communicate the two or more systems with the help of OSI system models. Open System Interconnections. It will be implemented by an ISO. OSI models are consisting of 7 layers. So what are the 7 layers of OSI models, sir? So we are consisting of 7 OSI layers. The first layer is a physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. These are the 7 layers are consisting. The first 4 layers are used for communication technology, and next 5, 6, 7 layers are used for user applications. So what are these different types of layers? So first one, application layer. So application layer which we used in our inter-network applications. It is using of network applications. So what is meant by network applications? The applications which are using the internet. That type of applications are called as network applications. So, for example, Google Chrome, Facebook, WhatsApp, these all are the network applications. The application layer using of the network applications, which will be used for transmit the information from the one system to the another system. For example, file transfer, database access, and electronic mails, etc. These all are using for an application layer. The application layer is used for transmitting the information from the one system to another system. And next, the second layer is a session layer, presentation layer. The presentation layer will be used for it can be receive the data from the application layer in the form of an actual form. Okay, and it will be converted into a machine understandable language, which will be receive the data from application layer, and it can be transmit the data into a machine understandable language, which is called as a binary language, zeros and ones. Okay, the main work of the presentation layer is a translation. Okay, and again it will be data compression also it will be performed. Okay, so data compression sense reduce the quality of the data, reduce the size of the data for easily transmit the data from one system to another system. This is the use of a presentation layer. And next, the another functionality of the presentation layer is a data encryption. It can be encrypt or decrypt the data from one format to another format. For data encryption, in the sense, it will be converting into an ununderstandable coding language. It's an understandable language to coding language. It is called as a data encryption. Okay, this is the functions of a presentation layers. And next, and coming to the next layer is a session layer. Okay, session layer can be transmit the data. It can be session layer can be used for communicating the two sessions, two networkings. It is called as it will establish a communication between the two networking. So, if for example, for file transferring, for login to the one system to another system. Okay, so the functionalities of the session layers is an authentication. So, authentication in the sense who are the authorized persons. Authorized persons can be log into a system. It is called as an authentication. For example, Facebook login, Gmail login. This all comes under the authentication. Okay. So the main session layer work is communicate to the two networks, for authorized networks. The work of the session layer is performs token management and synchronization, etc. And the work of the presentation session layer is file transfer, remote login. These all are the works of session layer. The main function of the session layer is establish a session between the two networks. And next, transport layer. Transport layer receive the data from the session layer in the form of data. Okay, so the data can be divided into small data units. It is called segments. The segment consisting of the data in the receiving from session layer. It can be divided into multiple data, small data units. The data units are called as a segment. Okay. The another functionality of the data transport layer is it can be handling the errors. Error handling is also one of the functionality of the transport layer. So it can be find out the errors, okay, missing data. Okay, it will be find out the missing data and transmit to the sender. The data is missing, like that. So it is the work of the transport layer. And next, coming to the next layer, is a network layer. So network layer can be receive the data from the transport layer in the form of an segments. It can be take the segments and it will be performing of an, it will be forming to any packets in a network layer. The data form of the network layer in the sense packet. Okay. So what is meant by packet in the sense? The data units, small data units can be received from the transport layer. It can be adding the IP address of the two networks, sender and receiver IP address it can be adding. Okay. So this is the call as an packet. Packet consisting of an segment, IP address of the sender, IP address of the receiver. Both are, it will be consisting. It is called as an packet. And the another work of the network layer is an routing. Routing also done in the network layer. Okay, so it can be receive the packets and transmit to the one system to the another system. It is the network layer work. And next layer is an data link layer. So data link layer also receive the data from an previous network layer in the form of an packets. It can be received the data in the form of an packets and it will be designing of an frames. Okay, so frames consisting of the received packets can be adding of an MAC addresses of the sender and the receiver. Okay, on that way we have to forming of an frames. The frames consisting of an data units, IP address of the sender and receiver, and MAC address of the sender and receiver. It is called as an frame. So data link layer consisting of an frames. The data link layer and next layer is an physical layer. So the physical layer is consisting of an physical layer can receive the data from the data link layer and it will be converted it into an signals. The physical layer, the main functionality of the physical layer is transmit the bits from one computer to another. Then regulate the transmission of streams of bits over a physical medium and defines how the cables it attached to the network adapters and what the transmission techniques is used to send data over the cables. Deals with the issues like the definitions of zeros and ones. Example, how many volts represent A and how to long a bits lost, whether the channel is simplex or duplex, how many pins are connected as, and what are the functions of each pins. These are the 7 types of layers in an OSI models. The physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. So this is the today's class.